Alright, hey guys. Alright, so we are going to do two pieces of this next teak. The first part we're going to do is finding a percent of a number. Okay, when you're finding the percent of a number, you're going to hear me say this many times, proportions. Proportions solve a lot of problems in math, okay? And if you don't remember what a proportion is, it's whenever you have two fractions or ratios set equal to each other to figure out a missing piece, okay? So what you need to know is your formula for this is going to be is over of equals percentage out of 100. These are the three pieces that you are going to be solving for. This one will always be here. Memorize this, okay? If you can do this setup every time, you'll be able to solve these percent problems. Also understand that the is the piece or a part of the information, and this is the whole. Okay, so this could also be set as part over whole equals a percentage out of 100. Okay, with that being said, let's look at our first problem. Okay, so if your problem is 28%, what is 28% of 25? Okay, this is a number in itself. This is a fraction. Okay, so you already have 28 over 100. Now you have your is over your of. Well, this one told me of 25. So I'm going to take off the of and I'm going to put a 25 there. Okay. This one goes back to our problems like yesterday when we were changing stuff. 25, if you know your multiplication facts, you know that 25 times 4 is 100. So what times 4 is 28? Or 28 divided by 4 is 7. So in this one, your is 7. That's your missing piece. So 28% of 25 is 7. Now we have the whole sentence. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I'm going to write a problem down and I want you to try it. I want you to pause and try it on your own. Then push play and try and see if it's the same as what you got, okay? So find 38% of 50. Okay, go ahead and push pause, set up your formula, and do your work and see if you come up with the same answer. What you should have set up is x out of 50 equals 38 out of 100. Once again, this is its own fraction, 38%. Those give you those two numbers. Of 50. This was your is over your of. It's always the same setup. Is over of every single time. Okay? And then I know that 50 times 2 is 100. Oops. So 38 divided by 2 would be your x, or your is. So this is 19. So 38% of 50 is 19. That is your answer. If you got that, good job. Okay, now we're going to look at one other little piece of this. I'm not going to go into the word problems until tomorrow's video. It's a little bit more to pick out the right pieces of it. So I want to do that in a separate video. But I want to look, what if they ask you to find the percent if you're given the part and whole? Okay? So this time we're looking for that number that goes on top of the 100. We have the is and the of. Okay? So let's say your first question is, what percent of 60 is 15? Okay? So we know is, same setup, over of is percent out of 100 of 60. So I'm going to take off the of and I'm going to put in a 60 is 15. And this time I'm looking for the percentage. So that's my x. There's your proportion. Okay, I like this one because this one doesn't do the simple 60 times something equals 100. You're going to have to do a little extra work on this one. And this will go, we will keep redoing this over and over again until we master the proportions because it answers so many things. Once you set up a proportion and you're looking for x, you have two steps. Number one is to cross multiply. Step two is divide. 2 steps every time. Okay, what I mean by that is you're going to cross multiply. 15 times 100 is 1,500. And we're going to set that equals to 60 times x. Well, I don't know what 60 times x is because I don't know what x is. So at this point, all I can do is say 60 times x. Okay? Now, since I'm looking for the x, I have to use an inverse operation of multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide by 60. Okay? That cancels this out on this side. With that being said, 1,500 divided by 60. 60 can't go into 1, can't go into 15. It can go to 150 2 times, which is 120. And then it can go into 300 5 times. So this one is 25%. Okay? This is all your video is tonight. Just really look at these kind of problems. Okay, you're going to go over some problems with Miss Joyner tomorrow, and like together, and then you'll do another little partner activity, and then you'll have an activity. Some of the activity you will, or the worksheet, you won't be able to answer because you're going to have to know how to do the word problem form. And like I said, I'll do that tomorrow. If you have any questions, just ask Miss Joyner.